At the dawn of human history, more than 7 millennia ago, along the rocky northern shores of the Black Sea, people created their own settlements, cultures and civilizations. Empires were born and disappeared, masterpieces were created, and unforgettable memories were formed. This is a short synthesis of the history of one of the most beautiful cities in Bulgaria, Varna, the call of civilizations. Varna was inhabited by people in ancient times. In the center of the modern city, in a building of exceptional architectural value, one can find the Archaeological Museum. Here is the oldest processed gold in the world, wrought more than 6 millennia ago. The museum is one of the largest in the country. Thousands of artifacts from different ages, discovered by archaeologists and specialists, tell of the dynamic history and the overlapping of cultural strata, as well as the exchange and active commercial life in ancient times, when Thracians and Hellenes turned Odysseus into a huge commercial and cultural center. The ruins of the Romans, their enormous baths and public buildings, tell of the development of the settlement and its significance for the empire. Today, they are among the most visited tourist destinations in the city. Among the remnants of the ancient buildings, perhaps the most famous are the great Roman Thermae. The monument reveals a fraction of the greatness of the empire that once was. Varna is a city of memory. At the beginning of the 20th century, the remains of ancient buildings became the foundations of modern houses and formed the present appearance of the city. Wooden houses were quickly replaced by impressive examples of European architecture. Some of them have today become home to remarkable museums, hotels and restaurants, or shops and public organizations. Today, everywhere in Varna, many museums and memorial sites have been built, which reveal parts of the majestic history of the region. The Ethnographic Museum is located in a traditional house from the middle of last century. The exposition presents the traditional lifestyle and culture of Varna citizens of the past. The Museum of New History of Varna presents reconstructions from the not-too-distant past in an intriguing exposition that seems to carry guests and visitors back a century to when the city was undergoing turbulent industrial development. The Renaissance Museum preserves valuable objects from the time when Bulgarians woke up from centuries of slumber, while the sleeping port gradually turned into a dynamic and modern city. Situated in the Sea Garden is the only nautical museum in the country, which has gathered in its exposition many examples of the military glory of Bulgaria. Nearby is the Varna Aquarium, established in Tsarist Bulgaria to familiarize its guests with the unique underwater wealth of the Black Sea. Also in the vicinity is the observatory bearing the name of the famous astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus, a favorite stop for young researchers of heavenly bodies and phenomena. Here one can also see the great Foucault pendulum. Another intriguing thing is the exposition of the City Art Gallery, the home of famous works and breathtaking urban events. An obligatory stop for tourists is the Park Museum, dedicated to the Polish king Władysław Warneńczyk, who met his demise in the battle against the Ottoman conquerors near the walls of medieval Varna. Close to the Golden Sands resort are the remains of the Alaja Monastery rocky complex, which for centuries was a shelter for monks and clergymen. A veritable open-air museum is the famous Stone Forest, located near the city. The geological phenomenon has been a cult place since time immemorial, and today it attracts thousands of tourists who are drawn by the mystical rocks and their unspoken messages. The multi-layered culture of modern and dynamic Varna is inextricably linked with the preserved remains of the resplendent past of the city. The museums and galleries here do not just keep the memory, they are also an active participant in the urban events and the busy cultural calendar of the municipality. Colourful processions, stunning festivals, exquisite concerts, and all kinds of urban events take place near the remnants of the majestic past of the beautiful seaside capital, the city squares, and extensive pedestrian zones.
You pull that rope until you're dead.
The millennia-old history of Varna has been reflected in the culture as well as the arts and crafts of local artists. That which has been created by them is guarded, but is also built upon, and the city is the arena where different ages have found their own home. Today they live in understanding and have forged together a strong link between them that is the basis of this bright and colourful charm with which the citizens of Varna welcome guests and seekers of new adventures all year round. They say that Varna never falls asleep. And maybe that's why, whatever time of day or night you choose to go down along the sophisticated streets of the city, and wherever you visit, you will feel the sea charm and the marvellous beauty with which the city welcomes and sends off its new friends in each of the 4 seasons. Experience this attractive symbiosis of antiquity, modernity, and cultural diversity, and you will surely return to the Bulgarian sea capital to discover it and familiarise yourself with it a little bit over and over again, whether in the hot rays of the sun or in the embrace of the hot Varna nights.